a little bit ago, like, I don't know, last week, we made a video about Matt Dillahunty not understanding, like, fascism, like, and, like, what's going on, and, like, dog whistles and stuff. I talked to Suris about it, and we had a discussion about why Matt was being a silly guy. I also made a video, I think, before that. Did it even come out? Oh, it was this one. Because it was just in general. I guess it was back-to-back, but it was, like, so dumb. Mostly it was about Jimmy, but, like, Matt had bad takes on Twitter and stuff, right? And then blocked me. Anyway, ooh, I was serving sauce that day. Shit. Anyway, he made a video about it. It's called Atheist Debates. Hyperbole Will Destroy the World. And his comment section does not agree with him.
The Atheist Debates Patreon project presents Hyperbole Will Destroy the World. Again. Hey everybody, recently on Twitter, I posted a link to a video that Jimmy Snow had done, basically telling people not to be stupid about the attempted assassination of former President Trump. What Jimmy was pointing out and what I was trying to share is that we need to caution people not to fall into conspiracy theories, not to make decisions before, you know, all the evidence is in, and not to celebrate or encourage violence. There may, in fact, be a time and a place in somewhere, you know, where that changes. But to celebrate violence is a problem. And
I disagree that making jokes about Donald Trump not getting murdered by a bullet is problematic. And I think humanizing, like going out of your way to like try to like carry water for the bodily autonomy of Donald Trump, a rapist and a, you know, pedophile and a piece of shit fascist, you know, narcissist, puppet for the evangelical right lunatics in the government. I don't think it's reasonable to be tone policing a bunch of people who were victimized by this guy and trying to tell them like, oh, don't celebrate this. Like, you were freaking out because you thought you were going to lose an election, basically. It's lib shit. It's bullshit. One of his own guys took a shot at him, and it's very stupid to be upset about that. I think it's hilarious. Absolutely very funny that Donald Trump got shot at. It's super funny. You can make memes about it. No one gives a fuck anymore, by the way, because J.D. Vance fucked a couch. That'll come up later, by the way. That's important. I said that now on purpose. Is Matt and Jimmy basically saying, when they go low, we go high? Seems kind of dumb now since the Dems are finally going, fuck it, we ball. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like, literally the winning strategy right now is like, hey, these guys are freaks and they're fucking weird. Anyway, don't be hyperbolic or something.
If our side has been calling out the other side for raising the temperatures with regard to violent rhetoric, then it just makes us hypocrites if we do it.
I don't think it's hypocritical whatsoever to be team fuck the fascists. I have never once been opposed to political violence. It's not hypocritical at all. The hypocrisy lies in, like, the right wing saying that they're for freedom when they're really for a police state, for instance, and anti-free speech and anti, like, you know, trans rights and stuff like that, and trying to, like, literally criminalize trans people in legislation that was brought up to you when you had these disagreements. You sound foolish. This is so silly.
What is wrong with salami?
Like, an otherwise smart guy is fully fucking lib-brained. Just liberal mindset has ruined this fucking particular topic for him. If you thought JD's cat stuff was fucked, you should hear about his dolphin stuff. Oh yeah,
that was it.
Cool.
This is just the paradox of tolerance, pretty much.
That was the video was a cautionary tale saying something bad has just happened. Don't rush to judgment. Don't start spreading misinformation. And don't be celebrating the violence.
Okay, that's really not that's really not the tone that Jimmy has. That's deliberately misunderstanding like what's going on here. Like, listen to this fucking guy.
Ending this video is where I should. Actually, let's do this for the sake of posterity. What happened yesterday? Somebody attempted to assassinate Donald Trump on July 13th at a Pennsylvania rally. Somebody took to a rooftop and shot at the former president, hitting his ear, it would appear, with a bullet. Unequivocally, it is something that we should not be engaging in conspiratorial thinking for. And I'm very
I'm fine with not conspiratorial thinking.
mad and angry and disappointed with
This is the tone he'll take. I'm mad and angry and disappointed. And then, like, he goes on to say, like, we should just, like, denounce all violence, right? And it's like, no, man, we're clowning on Donald Trump almost getting killed by a bullet after he foments violence. Like, that's just, like, reaping and sowing, dude. You're pussies.
We hate him too, but that's not the way. The video was almost entirely about strategy, about effectively presenting the view of the left, of the liberal, the progressive. I don't care what label you put on it, whatever it is that's not the fundamentalist, Christian nationalist, fascist, Trump, maggot right. Now, I understand that everyone, including me, is incredibly frustrated, short-fused, irritated, terrified of the future of the state of the world. I've had to make changes. I'm no longer commenting with any sort of corrective information on any social media related to political stuff. I will still make posts.
Jesus fucking Christ. So, because you got emotional and overreacted and blocked a bunch of fucking people for disagreeing with you wholeheartedly and with reason, because, like, literally you're just a hothead, now it's like, well, I'm not going to make, political opinions on my Twitter or what. I don't give a fuck. I do whatever you want. I mean, I just, like, the tone of this is so...
that are about politics and information, and I'll still make videos, and I'll still be doing debates. If somebody wants to engage with me, it's not going to be either in a little tweet back and forth or on Facebook. It's going to be on one of the shows or an email. I'll be happy to have these conversations in public or private, but my Facebook space is going to be, I'm going to be narrowing the commenting section on it.
Because you're getting cooked. Because people are just disagreeing en masse with him. This is what's happening. I'm Australian, so I don't get the whole be civil with politics crap. I'm a proud tradition down here called politicians dickheads to their face IRL. Like, it's so fucking burnt into their heads that we have to play respectability politics with these fucking fascists. No, they're fucking losers. I refuse to give them respect when they don't even, like, they literally, like, your partner's trans. They literally want to criminalize her existence and describe it as inherently pornographic so that she can't be around kids, which is essentially not being in public. That's literally the legislation they're pushing. And you want me to pretend that that's a reasonable fucking take, man? How do you not have, like, these aren't good actors. They're not in good faith. You act shittier to people that you know, fucking me, fucking Sarah, fucking Suris, others. You act shittier to them than anyone who actually fucking disagrees with you. And this is the liberal shit, right? This is the kind of shit when they say, oh, cut a liberal and a fascist bleeds, because, like, it's materially not that different for you to defend to a fucking purple death, like fucking gasping for air, getting choked out by, like, literally just being ratioed by the internet, right? That, oh, we should be more reasonable about fascists. Don't use any hyperbole. How do you feel about the JD Vance fucked a couch stuff right now? Do you have this same fucking stuff going on? Because, as they say, you know, you can't prove JD Vance didn't fuck a couch. And it's just funny. It's just memes, right? And it's fucking their campaign. I don't give a fuck. Lie about JD Vance. It's materially good to lie about JD Vance. I don't care. I don't think it's hypocritical whatsoever to say JD Vance fucked a couch. When they're saying freak shit all the time. Fuck them. They do not deserve your fucking respect. And that you respect them more than people who, like, literally have gone to fucking dinner with you is, like, crazy, man. It's fucking brain dead. I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what that is. It's just like you're too proud. You're too fucking proud to be wrong about something. You're wrong about this.
When I posted that link to that video on Twitter, someone, the partner of an acquaintance that I've worked with before, replied that they were tired.
What a shitty way to frame that. What a shitty fucking way to frame that. God. She's just my partner? Cool. That's not why she fucking disagreed with you. What a shitty fucking comment. When you tell a fascist they're being hypocritical, laugh in your face and say yes, and I will win because of it. Of course. They don't care that they're hypocrites.
tired of white men telling them to feel sorry for Hitler 2.0 when he wants their friends in concentration camps. Now, I replied that we weren't telling them to feel sorry for Hitler, and we don't. And by Hitler, of course, they're referring to
Your son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
Fun fact, the couch may be hyperbole, but the dolphin stuff is not. That's true.
We weren't telling them to feel sorry for him. And I skipped
The they-theming. Let's go, dude.
over the fact that she wanted to dismiss us as white men telling her because
Oh, my God. Oh. How, like, listen to yourself.
neither my race nor my gender has anything to do with the cautionary tale of don't accept conspiracy theories and don't celebrate violence.
No, but it absolutely has to do with white men, especially white fucking liberal men, tone policing groups of people who are directly, materially, negatively affected by the policies of fascists, and that you would be necessarily pretty safe from them. And, like, that was what the conversation was about.
Yeah. So I wasn't gonna interrupt, but that pissed me off so much. It's like the reason why I said it is because literally he is in a position of privilege. If Trump wins, technically his personhood is safe. Matt Dillahunty is a cisgendered white heterosexual male. The only person that he would worry about is his partner, but he himself is, and Jimmy fucking Snow too. So, like, I don't want them to tell me how I need to feel about a fucking fascist almost dying.
Right. Yeah, it's fucking lame, dude. And, I mean, his comment section disagrees with him.
But I understand this is the rhetoric that frustrated people end up tossing out. And by the way,
I'm so fucking sick of white men peddling fucking respectability and tone policing, and it's genuinely so nice to have Jake actually getting passionate and standing up for us.
I have buckets of
I guess you're welcome.
privilege, so fighting this battle over being dismissed as a white man never is going to go well. Just know that it's irrelevant, and it occasionally says a lot about the person you're engaged with when they constantly bring up irrelevant points.
Constantly. Anyway, so I don't think that you being a white man and Jimmy being a white man are relevant in this case whatsoever. I absolutely think this is a pattern, and I think you are falling into the liberal shit. And she said it once. She said it one time.
In this case, not only did they bring up something that was relevant, but they accused us of doing something not only that we didn't do, but that we are in the opposite of. Nobody's. I don't feel sorry for him. And then they went on to say that Trump wants their friends.
Jimmy Snow said that we should denounce this unequivocally.
People I respected and am friends with and like, as people generally apparently happy to engage in conspiratorial thinking and
He's on
not
conspiracy
apparently
stuff here.
internalizing what it actually means to be a skeptic and how that should be different.
That's fine.
Because while
I think people were skeptical right away. I don't. But the next part, the part where he talks about like we should unequivocally denounce violence.
I am seeing these people who I thought were on the same page content.
I guess I should have watched the Matt Dillahunty video ahead of time and prepared the Jimmy Snow clips, because this is relevant. But he's obviously not showing any context, Matt, in his video, so let's try to hunt for it.
To go that way, but also to make light of it.
Oh, God, that's the part. Like, sure, I'm fine with, like, hey, temper your conspiracy theory shit. I think it was mostly people posting and, like, making jokes and whatever. They're like, that was the fakest shit I ever seen in my life. But, like, some people were, like, full. I mean, obviously, they're going to full on conspiracy no matter what happens. But, like, why do we have to feel like sanctimonious about it? It's so weird.
To suggest that the only bad thing that happened was that the bullet missed. These types of really gross, dark, terrible things when we are...
The fuck are you talking about, Jimmy? Gross, dark, terrible. Shut up. That's bullshit. Gross, dark, and terrible. It's not gross, dark, or terrible for Donald Trump to have actually just been shot and killed there. It would have been fine. It would have... That's materially good for everybody that's involved, okay? Like, yeah, you can lament the guy missed. It's his own freak anyway. I don't care. I like, what? What are you fucking talking about? They're fascists.
In concentration camps. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be swayed by hyperbole. And in order to defend their hyperbole, they
I hate this they-them shit. What the fuck?
instead, well, Trump didn't say it, but Project 2025 says this, and that leads to this, which leads...
Like, just say, just... Are you going to just, like, show what the fuck you're talking about at all? No. Matt, what the fuck is... Like, it's borderline bad faith to just recount it in your own words, man. Wow. Holy fucking shit, dude. Ugh. He's like expecting everybody just to go hunt for the fucking threads, I guess. We already litigated this on. If you want to see the actual tweets, go to the other video. It's fucking the Jimmy Snow one right here will have the fucking tweets in it because we go over the thread. Anyway, it's just so stupid. Okay, Matt's gonna just like, you know, get the gist of what Sarah was saying to him and give it to us in his own words without looking at it or showing the audience whatsoever. We're going to do 23 minutes of that. Okay. I guess if I'm Matt Dillahunty, I don't show them to my audience either.
Leads to this, which leads to concentration camps effectively. So what they're saying is that when I said I'm not going to be swayed by the hyperbole of Trump wanting their friends in concentration camps, they basically were acknowledging that I was correct, that Trump didn't say that.
Right. Donald Trump has never said that he wants trans people in concentration camps. What Project 2025 does say is that they want to criminalize transness to the point of pornographic so that they can criminalize trans people if they are found in public and then putting them in prisons, putting them in camps. What? It's the policy, Matt. Donald Trump literally said we need to erase transgenderism from American society. Fucking Michael Knowles said we need to eradicate transgenderism.
But somebody else said something that they could then stretch and interpret down to this.
That's not stretch and interpret, Matt. That's the fucking policy.
And, you know, in their defense, they shifted to Project 2025, which isn't Trump. And yet...
Wow. Do you hear yourself? Which isn't Trump. Dude. The claim is not that Donald Trump specifically must utter the words, I think that trans people should be in concentration camps. No. Donald Trump represents a fascist movement working toward those aims. You fool. Are you actually fucking listening to anyone's fucking words? Like, I'm so like, what the fuck is happening with him? What's really strange about this is that he takes your line of reasoning every time theists try to dodge homophobia. Because they're dog whistling homophobia or whatever, or their policies are effectively homophobic, like materially homophobic. Like, this is so fucking disappointing. How can you not understand what is being said here?
We know that's what's going to happen. We know the Heritage Foundation is responsible for the justice names that end up changing the Supreme Court. Project 2025 is dangerous and may result in the very things these people are afraid of. But people are frequently exaggerating this and many other things. So this
what? So now you're agreeing that the fear is rational, bringing it up, rational, evidenced, based in reality, based in policy decisions that Project 2025 has, and somehow it's still hyperbolic because you fucking think that we shouldn't make fun of Donald Trump almost getting capped, right, in this dome? That would have been funny. It may lead to exactly what they say, but it's hyperbole. Brilliant.
The Twitter thread into a variety of attacks, followed by 2 videos from folks trying to use my name to get clicks.
Why do you think... Matt, this isn't for clicks. It's because you had a tantrum and blocked people, and then we just fucking disagree with you. Why do you... It's crazy that you think that this is like clickbait stuff. We... Like the fucking videos... Don't even, like, this first video didn't start with your fucking name in it and doesn't even have that many views. It's not clickbait.
I had to change it because people were confused about it because I intentionally left Matt Dillahunty's name out of it in the first place because I knew he would say this. And you know what's crazy? His entire argument was, you can't assume people's motivations. And what does he do right now? Assume the motivation of the posting of these videos.
That's pretty fucking wild, Matt. If I can't assume motivations in Donald Trump's Project 2025, then you can't assume my motivation in making a video where I genuinely disagree with you. Like, I actually don't understand how you can even think this way. So my motivation, putting your fucking name in this, is not to get clicks. It is because you are the person I disagree with. Just simply don't be the person I disagree with, Matthew. I have no idea why. Like, this is... What? You had a tantrum and blocked us. Publicly blocked us. Because you were wrong about this. And now your comment section... We've all made hyperbolic comments. Nothing wrong with that. I'm trying to start a hyperbole factory. Like, this isn't going your way. It's good to see so many folks here disagreeing with Matt here in the comments. It's like, did you listen to anybody? Or are you just like, oh, I'm Matt Dillahunty, I don't need to fucking listen to nobody ever. You're wrong about this.
One of them didn't even make any attempt to engage. The other one, we engaged on Twitter briefly and then blocked him. But
I blocked him for engaging with me on Twitter. Goodbye. Yeah, cool, man.
two cis dudes, I'll ask, even though that's irrelevant, and in the spirit of their friend's dismissal, suggested that I'm being a bad LGBTQIA ally, I'm being a bad ally to women, I'm enabling the conservatives, and I'm
100%
blind to fascism.
Yes, all of these things are materially true with your argumentation. Yes. Like downplaying the policies that Project 2025 is having and that Trump's presidency would foist upon society from the people who will be most affected by those policies. Yeah, I mean, you're wrong.
And mostly, I'm engaged in pedantry. I'm engaged in pedantic points, which, by the way,
Definitely
is an admission that I'm right.
I don't think it's an admission that you're right to say that you are being a pedant. That's cope. Trying to salvage a W out of the L is a pretty weird look, in my opinion. So Cirrus and I had a very calm and reasonable discussion about it, and I don't think you watched a fucking second of it. And if you did, and you are still mad or something, that's fucking weird, in my opinion. This is just fucking silly. I can't believe this.
They didn't bother to show where I was actually wrong on anything because they can't. I'm talking about strategy. And as far as I can tell,
Strategy? What strategy? The current winning Dem strategy is J.D. Vance fucked a couch. Isn't he a weird freak? Are you kidding me? I linked to so much shit. Yeah, in the thread when you were talking to him. Yeah, you were linking articles and stuff.
correct about the strategy, and I'll get more into that in a minute. They just didn't like the fact that I was focused on strategy instead of just offering a group hug to hyperbole.
I don't know what strategy you're talking about. It's a generational thing. Those 50 plus still want to play the game like it's 80s and 90s when politics have more civil. Game has changed, but they haven't. I mean, it's not even, I don't know what strategy he's talking about. He hasn't talked about strategy ever once.
Instead, they, a couple cis dudes, tried to pretend that I'm a bad trans ally because I care about truth and effective strategy rather than just complaint posting. And they decided to make videos with my name in them because either I'm the enemy and they must combat me, or they need the views. I'll let you figure out which one it probably was.
Dude, what the fuck? He's so fucking butthurt. They need the views. I mean, I don't think this doesn't even get a lot of, it's not even at 9,000 views. It didn't, Jimmy Snow's name doesn't fucking, no, we disagree with you, dude. You're being a piece of shit. What a fucking loser. Why try to take shots like that? No one said anything like that to you. Sounds like him complaining about cancel culture. I mean, what? It was 6 hours ago, by the way. When did I make this video? July 17th? This was fucking 2 weeks ago. He's still mad. He's mad because the one with Cirrus took off a little. It was being put in the sidebar. I mean, well, the other one did better. But yeah. What the hell's going on with Matt Dillahunty? This one right here. Everyone agrees with us. We're not being unreasonable here. I don't think he watched it. Why do you think it's clickbait? That's so dishonest and kind of gross, man. Why do you think it's fucking clickbait? Just genuinely disagreeing with you is normal.
Either way, I'm still working on better strategies, and I'm not. And not just because I have skin in the game. Meanwhile, in the span of that same period of time, 4 separate trans women I talked to all agreed with my position.
I disagree. Kate, what? Wasn't Katie on there fucking disagreeing with him on Twitter? There were, what? Who? Fucking what? I saw many more trans women than that disagree with you. How about that? There were several more, hundreds of more trans women disagreeing with you. Those ladies are wrong. How about this? I had more trans women. I had 5 trans women agree with me. How about that? Jesus Christ. Bitch was in the thread. Literally, you were in the thread and he blocked you. You were blocking trans people in that. I mean, shut up. What a fucking virtue signal, by the way. 4 trans women agreed with me. I mean, what the fuck is happening? I, a trans woman, disagree. Like, literally what? Hold on, let me stack up my trans ally points behind me so that I can use them in an argument with Matt Dillahunty. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were doing a trans ally point hunt. My black friends say I can say the N-word energy. It's so weird. You're also a trans woman agreeing with Jake? Wow. Get Lexi a Cobb. This is silly stuff, dude. Anyway, so this video is also not clickbait. I just disagree with Matt Dillahunty. I make videos about people I disagree with. I would like to agree. I nominally agree with Matt Dillahunty on a lot of stuff.
Not that they're...
They can't disagree if I block them. Well, I am an MB person agreeing with Daddy Jake. Look, all of these, I'm going to start putting notches in every time I get to be an ally. I'm going to put a notch in the wall right here, and we'll just tally it up so you can see how many ally points I have, and you guys can never disagree with me again. I'm going to title the video that. This isn't clickbait. I just disagree with Matt Dillahunty. Yeah, I think that would be great. Purple Nickel! Lexi! Give me one of Lexi Kitty. Thank you. It worked. I appreciate that.
There aren't others who don't.
Did I just hear Darwin whine, or?
This isn't a competition that way. It's just, you know, look at who you're getting attacked by versus who you're actually being supported by.
Yeah, I agree. Who are you getting supported by? I agree. What? I agree with that, I suppose. Yes, I am being agreed with in general. Katie Montgomery agreed with me, by the way. I'm pretty sure. Maybe she got browbeat down. I don't know. My trans friends agree with me. I mean, I don't think so. I saw disagreement from people I know. I don't even know. So weird.
I gave a talk once at an event. It's probably out there on the internet somewhere. Somebody recorded it. And it was called Hyperbole Will Destroy the World. So technically, I guess the video is Hyperbole Will Still Destroy the World Again. I don't know. Here are some tips that I gave. And it's from lessons learned in having a number of different conversations. But the frustration levels are so high, and they are for me. My anxiety and frustration.
You were the one that was anxious and frustrated. You were the one that did all the shit. What? Yeah.
Frustration levels. I've never even suffered from anxiety, and yet right now we are at peak, which is why I made changes about how I'm interacting.
Uh-huh. And so you let your frustration and anger get taken out on people that would and should be, like you said, big allies or whatever. And you're upset because, like, there's no hyperbole being said because you don't understand what's being said to you. You apparently think the claim is that Donald Trump verbatim is saying that he specifically wants to oversee the construction of, like, concentration camps for trans people, and that's just, like, not the claim. That's, like, the claim is that, like, a Trump presidency means that trans people will be materially harmed, and, like, imprisoning them and criminalizing them and putting them in fucking camps is not good and is on the table. Like, that is, like, literally what they're talking about doing. Even if I 100% agree with Matt on this, blocking or refusing to discuss when people disagree with you is an L. He did the same thing to Alex O'Connor over veganism when he started to lose that debate. He does it every time he loses a debate. And it wasn't even a debate. He was just wrong because he's a liberal.
So first of all, do not assume or assert motivations or intent that you can't demonstrate.
You just did, motherfucker, by saying I was making clickbait, you douche. Are you fucking serious? Okay, Matt, strike one. You fucking violated that at the jump of your fucking video, dumbass. God, I'm so disappointed in you. Are you fucking serious right now? Delete this fucking video. Phosphophylite, 58 months. This is a bad video. I literally cannot believe you would say that out loud with a straight face into the fucking camera after doing that to us. Has Cirrus seen this fucking video? Has Cirrus watched this?
You may be right, but if you can't demonstrate it, you've adopted a burden of proof that you can't meet, and that will ultimately hurt your cause. If you...
Okay, so the burden of proof was demonstrated. Hey, the right wing behind a Donald Trump presidency wants to enact Project 2025. That's what was said. And then it was proven.
Matt is missing a fundamental point in that I wasn't talking to some fucking MAGA right-winger dipshit. I was talking to Matt fucking Dillahunty, who's supposed to be a leftist and an ally, who, when I talk to him directly, say, it's really fucked up of you to tell me how to feel about the Trump assassination attempt. Whenever he's such a shitty fucking guy, that's not about strategy. Like, what fucking strategy?
I don't know.
What do I have to demonstrate to you?
So it literally goes, haha, Trump almost got shot. Hey, don't do that. And it's like, well, I mean, he wants to help Project 2025 become a thing. And then he goes, nope, that's hyperbole. Because he didn't say he wanted that. So if Donald Trump doesn't say he wants a thing, we can't intuit. We can't look at any sort of like dog whistles. We can't look at policy. We can't look at actions. We have to just go by what he says. So fucking blind to reality if you think that that's useful. Totally dog shit liberal take.
You make claims about what they want to do, and you can't show that that is their
Literally was shown that that's what they want to do, by the way.
intent.
Literally was shown.
You've now made a claim that is either false or not able to be demonstrated, or possibly just hyperbole.
Or was demonstrated. And so you were shown that that's what their intent was. Yeah. Even though their words don't match because they're fascists. It's so fucking crazy.
About your suspicions and fears.
It's not suspicion or fear. It's their policy.
Get to dismiss you. In some political realms, they'll just say, oh, that's Trump derangement syndrome, or you've got the woke mind virus. Because if you're making false accusations, you get dismissed, rightfully so.
You think people saying the woke mind virus is a quality dismissal of someone's information being said? You think people saying, oh, that's just the woke mind virus are doing so in good faith and making a quality rejection of information? Matt, do you see why people are saying that you're carrying water for right-wingers when you talk like this? I don't understand how you don't hear yourself on this.
Because you're not being an honest interlocutor, but also...
Your son is dead, killed by the woke mind virus.
Does Matt know what the phrase two-faced is?
Your issue gets dismissed by the very people you should be wanting to reach, and that's the mistake. I'm going to give a couple examples real quick. One is on the subject of abortion. I had this conversation over and over again with a number of different people, including my ex-wife. If you say that the people who are opposed to abortion want to hurt women, if you say they want to make women slaves to their biology, if you say they want to punish people for having sex, you might be right, but you probably can't demonstrate that.
I disagree, Matt. I disagree that you can't demonstrate harm being done to women and that they champion it. They literally say it. They say it. Well, there should be consequences to having sex, Matt. That is what they say verbatim every fucking time.
When a pundit says, like, we shouldn't have abortion, women should keep their legs closed, what the fuck do you think that means other than...
It's a threat!
Abortion or pregnancy is a consequence that you should experience from sex. What do they mean whenever they say, you know, like, no premarital sex and shit? Like, it's all like... And he should know this more than anything as somebody who argues with fucking religious people all the time. And that's where their arguments are based against abortion.
Yeah. I mean, it's fucking brain dead, dude.
It's frustrating.
For the overwhelming majority. And for many of the people who are opposed to abortion, you are just going to be wrong. When I was a fundamentalist Christian, I was opposed to abortion. I was opposed to abortion because I thought that there was a God, and that this God was opposed to abortion, and that this God wanted us to be opposed to abortion. I thought that the position we were taking was there to save the unborn. The notion of punishing women for having sex, punishing people for having sex, making women slave to their biologies, none of that ever entered my mind. And when somebody...
So what the fuck does that even mean? So your anecdotal evidence is that your personal experience wasn't like that, and so then when other evangelical Christians say something that isn't like what you would say because you're totally different fucking people and aren't part of that group anymore and obviously left and are an apostate and maybe had some different opinions... How can you use that as evidence of how they think, man? That's so stupid. What a I actually do not understand how you think this is a quality argument.
Somebody who disagreed with me on abortion would come to me and say, you just want to make, add consequences to sex and make women.
Hey, man. If you want to come talk Candyman, you can. But you're going to have to join the Discord, buddy.
Slaves to their biology. I get to hear that and go, wow, this person is pretending that they can read my mind, and they're very wrong because I know my mind.
Mm-hmm.
They're so confident that they understand my motivations that they're willing to actually tell me that to their face. This person is deranged.
All right. So anyway, you
His dad, killed by the woke mind virus.
One more. So he's arguing against the whole of The Handmaid's Tale. I guess. I don't know. He How long did that last? Calling me deranged.
This person is, they've been fed some misinformation and it's led them down a hole to where they think this is what I want. And they'll just tell me that. And now I dismiss them because I don't know how to talk to somebody that's deranged like that. And now I can't take their issue seriously. I should. I'm talking about what permission it gives people to do. You should still take the issue seriously, but you don't.
I mean, if you really actually think that you are dismissing people because they're deranged, Matt, I think you should fucking reconsider your own personal mental health. If you every dismissal like that is like, well, that person's deranged, obviously. I wasn't talking to a right winger. I was talking to you. Exactly. This is just pretty fucking like just disappointing all around, Matt.
If you talk about abortion with regard to
Matt Binder, thanks for the raid.
Mormon Jesus.
What those people who are opposed to it, what their motivation is, you might be making a mistake. But if you talk about the effects, you can't be making a mistake if you're accurate.
The effects, Project 2025.
And so if there's somebody who is opposed to abortion, instead of saying you want to make women slaves to their biology, you can say policies you want to implement have the effect of making women slaves to their biology. The policies you want to implement have the effect of harm to women.
Cryo Ghoul, thanks for following, dude.
Why do you still support these when they're
Welcome, Binderers.
harmful? Why don't you care about this? Is that your goal? Do you want to hurt women? If you don't want to hurt women, why are you doing the thing that hurts women?
You were given articles talking about how the policy harmed people in a material way and still called it hyperbole. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Now liberal, is anyone right wing of Stalin? Maybe.
It's cold.
And now,
Is that atheist guy? Yeah. I'm an anti-theist personally.
instead of assuming their motivations, you've still managed to address their potential motivations. You've managed to put them on defense, and you've done it all without exaggerating a thing.
No one exaggerated. How are we fucking only halfway through? I don't know if I'm going to watch the whole thing. We'll see what the next segment is.
You've just talked about the
I
consequences.
don't know if I can actually just
Similar.
sit here and listen to him babble around this.
When you look at something like gay conversion therapy,
Oh my God, he got panned for this. So in the thread that he's not going to show in his video, of course, there was discussions of obviously gay conversion therapy. People who advocate for gay conversion therapy want to harm gay people and make them not gay, right? And he is like, well, you can't say that people who advocate for conversion therapy want to harm people. And it's like, the conversion therapy, like the harm is the treatment. They think the harm, many Christians do, think harm is a good thing. So just because they think that the benefit of the harm is there doesn't mean that they don't think that it's harm. It's like, it's the point of conversion therapy. So fucking weird.
Is an anti-science, stupid, ridiculous notion that is rooted in this concept that whether or not you're gay is a choice that you can change, which even if it was, so what? You should still get to engage in all of your gayness. But it's based on a really bad idea. And we know that gay conversion therapy doesn't work. It harms gay people. And it can result in an increased rate of death and harm to gay people. If you go up to somebody who supports gay conversion therapy and say, you just want to hurt gay people, when their mindset is one, no, I want to help gay people, there's a fundamental misunderstanding and disparity between what you understand about being gay and what they understand about being gay.
So sometimes you'll have a homophobe and you'll say, you just want to hurt gay people. And they'll be like, no, I want to help gay people. And then you'll say, okay, well, how do you want to help gay people? And then they'll describe, if they're for conversion therapy, well, I want to take electrodes and stick them to vital parts of their body and electrocute them until they're not gay anymore. And then if you ask them, well, do you think that hurts a gay person in the process? And they'll go like, well, yeah, a little pain is kind of what you have to go through, but on the other side of it, there's going to be benefits. So they agree that they want to harm gay people, Matt. They think that, like, they're doing math that they think, like, well, in the balance of things, it won't harm them. But you just acknowledged that it is a harmful act. So understanding that materially, gay conversion therapy is factually harmful is pretty fucking important. And just because they say that overall there will be a benefit doesn't mean that they don't intend harm. It's the point. Many of them want worse than that. Many of them don't want to deconvert gay people. Many of them want to kill gay people or prison them or, you know, otherwise harm them.
And when you talk about their desires and say, you want to hurt gay people, and they're like, no, I want to help them.
First of all, you're obviously quite gullible if you believe every Christian that you've ever talked to that doesn't want to hurt gay people. I definitely think you can assert this type of thing if someone is advocating for conversion therapy.
I want to help free them from, you know, this thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Or
through harm, Matt.
They've been given misinformation. They have misunderstandings, whatever. If you think people are sitting around going,
They say the same. Like, would you say that Jesus wasn't harmed then? You know what I mean? Like, is that what your argument is? Because they agree that, like, the sacrifice of Jesus is a good thing, but that's the kind of fucking freak we're dealing with. They're like, oh yeah, the passion of the Christ, A+, good thing, a good thing to have occurred. Like, we're not dealing with people who register harm in a good way. Conversion therapy is torture, plain and simple. Absolutely.
how can I hurt the gay people? There's probably somebody like that out there. The world's full of just awful people. All right.
It's a lot of people, including the Heritage Foundation, which Trump is running a platform for. So I'm going to listen to a little bit more of this. I don't know if I'm going to listen to it all, but
the world isn't full of awful people. That's hyperbole. The world has people who are consistently awful.
Wow.
Probably not at the rates that some people suspect. And it allows us to build paranoid conspiracy theories about who's running the world. There are lots of ways to address those individuals who are wrong about gay conversion therapy. You can offer rebuttals. You can offer better information. You can attack that what they're doing is in fact hurting people and resulting in death. And instead of assuming that that's their goal, put them on the spot and ask them to defend the real harm and why they're not opposed to it.
Okay, so you were given like data? You were given articles? I don't know what more you could have fucking wanted. I mean, it really sounds like you got ratioed on Twitter and are fucking mad about it and are booming out and you're upset. And you're trying to justify your fucking tantrum you threw on fucking Twitter the other day, man. This is really fucking stupid.
This is vastly wiser than acting as if you know their inner secret mind.
You're talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump. And then you defended the fucking sanctity of a gay conversion therapy defenders.
They may not. And if they have a good understanding of who they are and...
How bad are the comments? Yeah, most people are disagreeing with Matt in his comments. It's, you know... If they had likes and dislikes, it'd be pretty funky, I bet.
What their motivations are. You look silly when you do that, and you do harm to your cause.
I think the exact opposite. I think you look silly and are doing harm to your cause. Actually, I think you are carrying water for fascists with this line of reasoning, and it's bad.
Here's another example. This one, I know it's going to live out here on the internet probably forever. From politics right now, for those people in the way distant future, it's the end of July in 2024. We're gearing up for
They like literally tell the motivations. I totally agree, Jinmar. I agree. I don't know how many times you need the fascists to tell you that they hate trans people and that they want to criminalize them before you believe it. I mean, am I going to listen to him about J.D. Vance shit?
Presidential election and former president.
I'm not. I don't care. This is very, very stupid. I don't think Matt took the time to watch my fucking video. I don't think he took the time to watch Cyrus's video. I don't think he took the time to watch our conversation together. He just, I mean, he didn't even take the time to fucking listen to us when we were talking to him in person, so whatever. What a totally disappointing fucking turn of events for Matt Dillahunty. You don't need to let liberalism ruin your fucking brain like this. It's that centrist liberal pussy shit that cares about civility politics. Yes, it's absolute. It's just civil. He wants us to not say that the intent for the Heritage Foundation and Donald Trump are to harm trans people, like LGBTQ people, and it's like that is definitely what they're going for. It's like literally just what they're saying they want to do. I don't know why you think that that's hyperbole. It's not. They're saying that that's what they want to do. And for him to just be like, well, you know, you're bad actually, and I'm going to block you. Like he said, oh, I had 4 trans people agree with me. Well, I've had many more than 4 trans people agree with me on this topic. And I've also had actual conversations with people about this topic. And instead of just blocking, like I tried to talk to this guy. It's not Hitler's intent to kill the Jews. He just wants to put them in camps for their safety. Right. You can't say he wants to kill them. Like, he would have been, like, fucking the beer hall putsch would have been, like, the night of broken glass would have been very compelling to him or something. Like, what? They're not going to say all the crazy shit they want to do, man. Well, you can't say that that's the intent. It will be hyperbolic, and then they can just deny it. And then I can be like, well, then why would you have this policy that does these things? It's dumb. It's so dumb. Everyone is disagreeing with Matt Dillahunty. He's like, well, I might be technically correct in a philosophy 101 class. And it's like, well, buddy, did you know we don't respect that? I don't think you're technically correct anyway. I actually just disagree with you. I'm glad that you agree with me. As I said before, I'll be collecting my woke points now. I am the best ally, of course. I will be tallying all of the trans people that agree with me and making sure that I am properly backed by the trans community with every word I say from here on out. What a disappointing turn of events, man.